I'd like to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. We got a real good show for you all today. I'm sorry that we had some technical problem trying to get one of my guests connected, but um, unfortunately we couldn't get her connected, and so but do have one of my guests will be joining us by call in. We'll be speaking over the intercom system, but I do have one guest present as of now. Uh, and this guest that I have present now is going to be the guest that talked to you about she and her children being evicted because the housing authority director uh, claimed that it was the clothes dryer that caused the electrical fire. Uh, don't know how he come to that conclusion, but my guest and I is going to get into the discussion, and hopefully she can share something with my audience uh, to go ahead and pretty much give you some insight on whether or not this was a justifiable eviction. Okay. Uh, I do want to say before we get started, I want to send congratulations out to the Blava Chickasaw football team. I heard that they did win uh, the ball game. I do see we got another guest on join us as well. Look like they connected. I want them to know I can see you. And so they are connected. And so I got both of my guests now. All right. And so we're going to be going back and forth between these two guests. What we really want to talk about is why have we had electrical fires in the apartments that are owned by the Osceola Housing Authority? There have been at least 3 fires that I know of over the years that occurred in Osceola, Arkansas. I'm going to allow these two ladies to tell their story. And I also want to show you some video photos that were sent to me of a lady who had a daughter that used to rent from the Osceola Housing Authority. But fortunately, she was not injured, her and her children. They managed, I guess, to escape the burning home. Okay. But something need to be uh, uh, actually done in terms of some investigation as to why do we continue to have apartments catching a fire by who own it by the Osceola Housing Authority? Is it an inspection problem? Um, are the homes are they uh, with or without uh, fire extinguishers? I don't know if they have those in the apartments or what have you. But something need to be done to try to get hold of why there's have there continue to be fires in the apartments owned by the Osceola Housing Authority. Okay, and so I want to say, do we have someone else to join? Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got someone else that joined in. Uh, and I want to say that we want to go ahead first of all and show you all. I want to show you all a letter. It appears that the housing authority director he will be resigning. Okay, so I'm going to show this letter right quick to the audience, and for any of you who might want to uh, become a housing authority director, I don't know what's your credentials in terms of your resume. I don't know what it looked like, but it actually didn't even give uh, a salary on here, but it say the Osceola Housing Authority. You all can read that as well. Let me see if I can blow it up one more time. We'll see what that do right there, and we'll just take it down as we go. Okay. Uh, say the Osceola Housing Authority, OHA, uh, what that stands for, I guess. Osceola Housing Authority is seeking applicants applicants for the position of executive director. The agent operate a low-income public housing assistance program with 353 residents in four separate neighborhoods. I'm not going to read all this here. Uh, it goes on. I guess they tooting their horn right here. Osceola Housing Authority, high performing agency, a staff of 13 seasoned employees. I guess that means that they are very experienced. Those seasoned employees. The agency is financially stable. Osceola Housing Authority has a decade of clean audits and work to be a positive component of the Osceola community. Uh, to that end, Osceola maintain some working relationship with the city administration, police, and fire. And it just goes on to talking about their board and this, that, and the other. Now these are the the requirements here. Must have a minimum of 5 year experience working in public housing at a management level. Be well versed. Let me see if I can blow that up for y'all. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get all that in. Uh, be well versed in hood and government rules, regulations, including 24 CFR statute and hood requirement as they specifically relates to public housing programs. Have a bachelor, have a bachelor degree in accounting, business administration, or a closely related field or equivalent experience. Reside, reside, or must live in Osceola, or you're willing to locate to Osceola, to the city of Osceola, within 6 months of accepting the position. Let me bump this down because I'm getting dizzy going side to side. Uh, but anyway, that's that. Uh, it got a few more little things down there, but we're gonna get into. But anyone that might want a job working as a director for the Osceola Housing Authority, send in your resume. Of course, get your Osceola time. I don't. That's the number I guess you can call the executive director and get the information from them in terms of who you send your resume into. That number is 870-563-50 6662. That's the office number. They got a fax number too, 870-563-1156. Okay, so he will be I guess returned, right? So that's that. Now to the business at hand. I want to bring on a young lady, Miss Crystal Triplet, who lived in Osceola, Arkansas. She was living in those apartments to where her apartment caught a fire. So we're going to bring her on and let her go ahead and uh, give us an opening snapshot of exactly uh, how did it come to the point to where she was evicted. So without any further ado, we're going to jump right in it and bring on my guest, Miss Krista Triplet. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right, good. Now, I want you to start out by first of all just telling the the audience, get them your name, of course, and
My
just and
name,
just briefly tell us how all this got started.
yes, hello, y'all, hey, everyone. My name is Krista Trivlet, and I stay in Oso, Arkansas. And I was living in one of the houses, one of the Oso housing, and my dryer had caught on fire. I was drying some clothes. I didn't know my dryer had caught on fire till my next door neighbor came and told me. But I've been calling them. I had made complaints about them, called them and told them that by my socket in my dryer, but they never did come out there and fix it. I ran 3 dryers with them, When my second dryer went out, I called them and told them about it. They never come out there and fix it. So then when this dryer went come out, go caught on fire, that's when they want to evict me, evict me for no reason. Once
So let me
I
stop you
already
for a minute. Let me stop you for a minute. You say you had three drives that done went out. Are those three drives that you had? Are they related to these problems that we're talking about now, the electrical problems?
yes sir,
And the housing authority was aware of that.
yes sir, I had called them
You,
and told
you put
them
in for a work order, but they never showed up.
yes sir, they never did showed up.
Okay, go ahead.
They never did showed up. And so then when they caught on fire, that's when I had called the fire department. They came over there, and then once when they came, they gave me a hotel room for 3 nights. And Felix, he asked me where did I get my driver from. Asked me did I get my driver
Now,
from
who was
Joe.
Felix?
Felix, the work housing, the maintenance man that work at the housing authority.
Oh,
And he
Felix is the
asked,
maintenance man.
yes sir, and he asked me,
So Felix is not an electrician.
no sir,
He just somewhat of a maintenance man. Just pick
that
move
that
stuff
come out there,
around
and yes,
and
and
fix
come
the
and
minor stuff, right?
yes sir. And that's when he asked me, did I get my dryer from Joe? I told him no, I did not get my dryer from no Joe.
Joe, who is
And so
Joe?
the one that's he stayed out here. He stays in so he's work on used dryers and washing stuff like that.
Also, Joe work on appliances, and I imagine he rent them or sell them out or whatever.
Yes, sir.
And this housing authority person, Felix, Mr. Felix, uh, out of the blue, he just questioned you as to asking you, did you buy that at Joe's?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
And I told him no, I did not get my dryer from Joe. I told him that my daddy had gave me that dryer. It was brand new. My daddy had gave me that dryer. And so they gave me the three. After I stayed out at the motel for 3 nights, the next day when I had called when I got from the motel. I called them and asked them what was going on, and that's when Sean said that I have a eviction note on my door
Now, who
as
is Sean?
the one that work at the housing authority. Sean
Oh, she's an
Marshall.
employee.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I called. She told me that I should have a eviction note on my door as of that Tuesday, the next day after them 3 nights. So then I called them and I asked them. I said why. They didn't give me no explanation why I'm being evicted or anything.
Hmm.
And so that's when and I so that's when I got all my stuff out of there, and I just came and stayed with my boyfriend mother-in-law for the time being till I find me something. But it's one that's not right for just evict me just because of my dryer. And I've been calling y'all and telling y'all about this sock, and y'all they never want to come out there. I've been calling y'all about everything that be going on in my apartment. Y'all do not want to come out there and fix it. Y'all come when they want to.
Hmm.
And ever since I've been in my apartment, I've been having trouble out that apartment. Ever since I've been in my apartment for 2 years, since February of 2020, and nobody I've been having problems out of it. They ain't want don't want to come and fix. I keep calling them, tell them something's going on. They barely want to come out there. Just like I had just bought a brand new microwave and my socket in the microwave when my boyfriend was one of fire just came right out that socket and blew my whole microwave out.
Well, let me ask you this here. Uh, do you have any knowledge uh, of these complaints that you was calling in to the housing authority? I guess maintenance man or whomever. Uh, did they ever take a work order to come out to check on your home? I mean, do you know if one even was made a work order? Just saying, such and such address, go out and check
Yes,
on blah blah blah.
they wrote they because when they called, they were like asking me what my address. I said 813 Center. They wrote it. They were like, okay, we're gonna send somebody out there, but they never did. Nobody never did come out there. Never. I've been keep on putting orders in, calling y'all. making orders about what's going on in my house. And y'all never y'all they take their precious time to come.
Okay. And you and your to the best of your recollection, you start noticing this problem. Well, put it like this here. You start contacting them as early as what? What month had you started contacting them? Was it this month or was it last month?
It was last month. It was last month. I just when something going on in my apartment, I just call them, make orders, and tell them I need this done. But they ask me what my address is. I give them to them. They're like, okay, we're gonna send a maintenance man out there. But they never do, never call. So I end up calling the next day and tell them I was like, I've been making calling y'all, telling y'all something's going on in my apartment. I still haven't
Mhm.
seen no maintenance man. They would kept on. Which I said 813 Center. They're like, okay, we're gonna have them over there, but they never shows up. Never.
And so the fire actually uh, took place. Uh, towards your apartment. That fire actually took place when
September 23rd by two
September
o'clock.
September the 23rd, and you have been somewhat without home, displaced since that time.
Yes, sir.
Did Let me ask you this here: since he has evicted you and accusing you of the fire, what proof did he submit? Did he submit a fire? Was a fire marshal report presented to you? Did he show you anything?
No, he didn't show me no fire. He didn't show me no fire report, fire department a report or nothing. He didn't show me nothing. Cause the fire
Uh,
department they took my name and phone number down when they came. I did the fire. Then I did a police report with the police department too. I did that too. They took off everything down. Everything. But I haven't got. He didn't show me no fire report or no police report. He didn't show me nothing.
how about a hearing? Have you had a?
I ain't had no hearing. I ain't had nothing.
They had not sent you a letter for a hearing.
No, sir. They ain't sent me no letter or nothing. Just gave me that letter I sent you when it terminated me. That's the only letter I got. It was on my door. That's the only thing I got from them.
Have you requested a hearing from them?
No, I have not requested no hearing from them, but I've been on the call trying to get some help, trying to get something done.
Well, you definitely first thing you definitely need to request a hearing because I like to know. I'm kind of curious to know what excuse will they give you for not giving you an opportunity to speak to clear your name in terms of associating you with this fire. Uh, did they didn't accuse you intentionally of the fire. They just said that, well, I don't know what they said, but I'm guessing they fired you because uh, they think that the fire was in connection with your dryer.
Yes, trying to say it was my saying it was tampering with like someone was tampering with the dry like someone was wrapped around, but nobody. I've been telling them about that socket out there. So how somebody gonna be tampering with my dryer and had something wrapped around, and that shouldn't you shouldn't have to evict me for that because ain't nobody been tapping with that dryer or none of that. I've been telling y'all about that socket when I told y'all. Well, my second dryer went out. I told y'all that was my socket, and y'all never did come out there and fix that.
Did you ever try to speak with Mr. Rob Collins?
Well, I spoke to him when I had went up there and spoke to him the like the next day, and he was trying to he had got a little attitude, got a little smart mouth. Talking about he's not mad because I got evicted out of my house. No, that's
He
not
said,
right.
"What now?"
He was trying to make a smart like a smart remark talking about he not mad that I got evicted out of my apartment. So I said that I just want to go because I'm just gonna get somebody else. I'm just finna call,
So let me
give me a
understand
lawyer.
this here. You you get evicted, which you think is not your fault, and you go to try to get an explanation from him to try to find out why are you being evicted, and he began to just start getting smarting off at the mouth.
Yes, sir. Yeah, talk like getting smart, like I'm one of
Did
his
he
child.
threaten
No,
you?
yes, he was. Yeah, he was just saying I can't. He was just like Talking about, it's not my fault that your daughter got put out. I was telling my dad that because me and my dad was up there talking to him,
Okay.
and
Oh, you
I
took
was
your
just
dad
trying.
with you?
Yes, and we were just trying to get an explanation why he evicted me. They just couldn't give me no explanation or nothing like that.
Hmm.
And that's why I said, well, you know what, I'm just going. I said, Dad, just come on, I'm done talking because I'm just finna give me a lawyer, and I'm finna just trying to get some done about him because it's not wrong. You trying to blame me because saying it's my fault that I said through. I know it's not my fault that my house caught on fire. I've been
Hmm.
told y'all about that electric wire out, that electric plug out there, and y'all ain't never came out there and fixed it.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to check to see if we I'm trying to take a break for a minute to see if we live. I don't know if I don't know if I got uh let me check my settings right quick. I want to make sure that we're live because I don't see very much uh, activity going on here. Uh, so let me do this. Let me see if we live. Uh, I'm hoping we are. So let me go in here and check right quick. And I do see my other guests. I will be coming to you. Let me just go ahead and check this right quick. Want to make sure that we're live. At least I thought we were live. Uh, and we are. So we live. Uh, but anyway, so so what are you going? Well, you already done told me. You said that you was going to be. You're going to get you an attorney. Have you spoken with an attorney yet?
I haven't talked to them. I haven't talked to them yet, but I've been on it since this happened. I've been on it since it's happened, and I've been
How about a
calling them.
complaint? Have you filed a complaint with public housing?
No, I have not filed no complaint with them. I have not filed no complaint yet. I'm
Please do file your complaint.
and I will. I'm gonna do that first thing in the morning.
You can either do it online or you can mail it in or whatever. Uh, but if you need any kind of help trying to file it, just holler at me and I can. I think there's a website that you can go and you can do it online if you like. If you don't want to, you know, mail it in.
Yes,
You
yes,
know.
sir.
Well, I sure hate this happened to you. It just don't make no sense. You
Yes,
being
I had it happen to me too because that's where I and I
and
had
you
so
have
many.
children, right?
Yes, I had my stepkids in there and my little cousin them in there. I had 5 kids in there with
Okay.
me,
But how many children
and
do you have?
I don't have none.
Oh, okay, okay. You just babysitting or something?
Yes, sir. I was just babysitting.
Okay.
Where
All right.
them just make sure I got me and the kids up out of there.
All right, because I know you had said something about children. That's why I think I made a post and I had posted your children, but actually you don't have any children. You was babysitting. These children are your relatives?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Miss Krista, I'm going to try to see if I can get some information as well. Uh, from the housing authority, and so I'll be checking back with you, just giving you any information that I might have. Uh,
Okay.
we just go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right. You can hang around. If you feel you had something that you wanted to jump in and say and you forgot, or what. But uh, but anyway, thanks for hanging around. Because I want to show some photos before I go to uh Miss Oliver. Before I go to her, I'm gonna try to
Okay.
take 1 minute to show some photos. Okay.
Okay.
All right now. And you can just sit around. You got any other question, you can shoot me a message through my banner there and I'll see it or whatever. And I can bring you back on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you have a blessed day.
You too.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Crystal Triblet. who was evicted because the uh, housing authority director accused her uh, being the cause of the fire, claiming that she uh, something to do with her trial, blaming the trial for the fire. In fact, she mentioned a guy, Mr. Felix, was the one that asked her the question, did she buy the drive from Joe? I don't know if this person, Joe, sells appliances and uh, they don't had some problems in past time with Joe selling appliances to uh, tenants who happen to be renting from the housing authority. So I don't know, but he did bring up the name Joe. But so they are accusing her of being the the reason for the fire. No evidence. There hadn't been any fire report uh, shown to her. The photos that were shown to her, I'm told, photos that don't even resemble her apartment. So they don't know where those photos come from. And so there's a lot of unanswered questions, or shall I say, there's a lot of concerns where questions need to be given. I mean, answers need to be given. You know, but okay, I'm trying to. There we go, right there. We're gonna take this call right quick. Go ahead. You Tony Hollis live talk show testify.
Yeah, you live, Tony.
Say what now?
You live. I'm
All right.
watching.
All right, Dan. I sure appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye bye. Bye bye now.
Bye-bye.
I thank that caller for calling in, letting me know that we was live. But anyway, we just wanted to to allow her to get her story out, uh, to to let the people know that you just can't go around evicting people without having sufficient evidence uh, to support that eviction. Okay. So, but anyway, uh, we're gonna go right now. I want to bring on another guest. I'm pretty sure many of you know this guest who I will be bringing on. Uh, she, I think I still got her. Many of you know this guest. Um, she lost her brother in a fire almost 2 years ago. Her name is Miss Oliver. And again, we're talking about another fire, you know, to where this young man lost his life. Again, one of the Osceola Housing Authority properties. Okay. And so without any further ado, we're going to bring on Miss Oliver and we're going to let her pretty much bring us up to date to uh, what is being done now, if anything. And so let's bring on my guest, Miss Oliver, right now.
Hello. Hey, Tony.
Okay. How you doing, Miss Oliver? Let me get rid of this here, this picture here, where we can see you a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I got a new setup here, and I'm learning how to get some of this stuff out of the way. See, we got everybody on right there. Uh,
Okay.
but I wanna go ahead and give you the opportunity to 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 share with us, if you would. Can you turn your phone? Can you turn your phone landscape?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay. Just need to see your face a little bit. There you go. There you go. That phone don't want to act right, do it. All right.
There we
Well,
go.
well, Miss Oliver, I really appreciate you coming on as well. Uh, sharing with us, the tragic uh, loss that you endured back about almost 2 years ago. Uh, you lost a brother, and to my understanding, you're yet in the pursuit of justice for your brother. And so,
Yes, indeed.
want you to go ahead and share with the audience exactly uh, what happened back on that real terrible day? What was told to you? Uh, Anything that you have found out thus far going forward? So just take us back to the day that this tragic happened.
Hmm. Well, he was also having electrical problems in his house as
Uh huh.
well, like with the flickering of the kitchen light, the flickering of his bedroom light, you
Uh
know,
huh.
far as his neighbor house was flooding all the time, but his house was never flooded. And um, he had problems, but I ignored the problems, even though like that when it was time for inspection,
Uh huh.
they never like took care of the problem. Even if I mentioned that his lights was flickering, they never, when you come into a house for an inspection, you have to, check the blinds. You have to turn on all the lights to make sure all the bulbs working. Them are main things that you have to look at. Far as your stove, your refrigerator,
Mhm.
those are main things you have to look at in an inspection. And
Mhm.
they never like Felix, like she said, I mean, it is what it is, but
Mhm.
I never, you also have to sign after an inspection. You know what I'm saying? And I was Tavis' guardian. So therefore, like anything was affiliated with him, I had to make sure that it ran past me.
Uh
And
huh.
it was just nothing never signed. Like they never out of the two, he was there like 2.5 years. They never came in there and expect nothing. They
No
never
inspection.
did.
You mean he was there for 2 years and he didn't get uh he didn't see any inspections.
Nope. They never came inspection.
Even
And
even
if
with
like,
the even with the electrical uh uh errors or problems that he had, and he was, you know, uh communicating with them about the electrical problems, they still didn't show
yeah,
up.
I was communicating with them,
Oh, you was
about the
communicating.
problems. Yeah,
Oh,
it wasn't he never did. I was his communicator. So I
oh, you was
communicated.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was me. So therefore I knew, so they can't put it on him like, well, he didn't and he didn't because he didn't have to because I did.
Yeah.
So it was just no, never an inspection. Not once since he had been there. Nope.
Hmm. How many
Nope.
incidents have occurred before this fair actually happened to where he lost his life? How many incidents would you say for the flickering, the electrical problems that he had?
Every time I went over there every day. Like I seen my brother every day. Every time I went over there, it was the flickering of the lights because I'm always in his house cleaning, cooking, or something.
Uh-huh.
And then what made me mad was they was just trying to make an excuse how his house caught fire. You
Uh-huh.
know,
Right.
they were saying in one incident he was cooking. I was like, no, he don't have to cook because I prepare his food for him, and I bring him food. So no, he don't even use the stove. And then it was just all kind of rumors and stuff about what happened to the house. One, they said I did it. It was a rumor said I did it. Like his aide left something over on the stove. It was just and really the one incident came from the housing authority. He was smoking a cigarette and it dropped. Now I know for a fact that incident came from the housing authority. That statement did.
Seems like the
You
housing
know,
authority always trying to point the finger to blame someone else. Uh,
yep. And basically that's what it was. Like they was pointing the finger at him. You know what I'm saying? And like it was his fault. They seem like it's their fault.
hmm. Well, let me ask you this here. I'm gonna interrupt for a minute. Now, um, I understand that this property has been demolished, right?
Yes, has been demolished.
Okay, and so I guess there's no way to even go back, if you will. to
Nope.
I mean, up to this present date to ask what kind of condition is this property in now. So we can't ask that because they done demolished,
Demolished it.
tore it down. Now,
Yeah.
uh, did anyone after that tragic incident, uh, did you ever receive a fire marshal report? Anything from the fire department? Did you receive anything?
I didn't receive not a paper. Though I didn't receive a paper. Um,
You didn't
they
receive
was
anything.
sending me. They no, they was sending me from like the police department to the fire department to the housing authority. I mean,
Uh-huh.
for weeks, each one of them will point the finger at each other. You
The fire
know,
department and the police department.
yes, the fire they was pointing the finger at the Osceola Housing Authority. You know,
Okay.
that's where it kept the fingers kept was pointing at the Osceola Housing Authority. And when Ronnie Williams was lead, he was lead detective on the case.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I know for a fact that the fire marshals did come out, you know, two guys, they did come out and do forensic because
Yeah. In
they took
other words,
like
they
they
collected
found
some
his
evidence.
phone. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, in other words, they did collect some evidence.
Yes, they did. They collected his phone, and then they collected some installation that was in there, and then they even seen where something was plugged up in the wall, and they was asking me, you know, what was plugged up. That was his alert for his, you know, his medical alert was plugged
Uh-huh.
up over there. You know, they seen that, and
Just take your time. I know it's hard. You can stop, take a
yeah,
break whenever you want to.
yeah,
I know it can be very difficult. I just lost my first sibling, and so it seemed like it don't get any better. You
it,
just press on, and so,
yeah.
uh,
But it's the circles that you know. All I wanted to know was what happened to that apartment.
mhm.
Nothing more, nothing less. I just wanted to know the truth, you know, so we can
especially
have
after
some kind of closure.
especially after he had already been complaining about
Exactly,
problems with
exactly,
the electrical
exactly,
problem, that is. But
exactly.
just like the last guest that we had on, Miss Crystal, uh, it just seemed like they get these calls or whatever, or complaints or what have you, whether they telephone calls or whether they something that's been written out. It just seemed like I guess to put it mildly, they just dismiss uh, complaints that come to them if it has anything to do with uh, them having to come out to do some work.
Exactly. And then I also met the appraiser, you know, who come and appraise the damage, you
Okay.
know, because I kind of said some words to him, you know, like so they trying to see how much damage worth, and my brother lost his life, you know. So he was out there also
Uh-huh.
so that he could, you know, see how much damage it was.
Mhm. Well, I think in that regard, though, I think what they probably was doing, um, they probably was trying to find a way to see how they was gonna get some money and to to go ahead and redo the property that they lost. Uh, I'm thinking that was probably one way they got to go out to show some evidence in terms of what was the the extent of the damage financially. But I get what you're saying too. I mean,
Yeah, I
they
mean that shouldn't even matter, and that was
yeah,
within the 2 weeks prior
yeah,
to the incident. You know what I'm saying? Why
yeah,
does that matter?
yeah. When the main thing they should have been trying to determine uh how did your brother not manage to get out of that house uh without, we really don't have to go down there. The thing is that why did they not come and act on his complaints. I guess that's just a
It,
better way.
that's it. And
Yeah.
then Tony, when I was calling, and trying to talk to Rob, he was he was real disrespectful.
Oh
You
man,
know,
you
like I
told him.
said, yes, I like I said, I didn't want to speak because
So
I
this
have
man is
people.
this man is actually a bully. Yeah.
I'm telling you, the military or whatever. That's the mind frame, the mentality he got. You
I've
know what I'm
never
saying?
met
This
him. I don't even
soldier
know him.
military. Hmm.
I say I don't even know him. Never met him. And but
Yeah, I'm
I've
just
heard
yeah.
uh, this has to be some truth to this, sir, because just about everybody that I've spoken with, uh, they speak on this man character and speak about how disrespectful he is.
He really was, and that hurt me the worst. Like I'm just trying to find answers, and he was just like, I don't, what I'm saying, you don't have nothing to talk to me about. Talk to my lawyer. That's how he was treating me. And this was like weeks after my brother passed.
Mhm.
I don't want to talk to you about anything because I was trying to get the reports of the inspection. Okay, if
Right.
y'all said this apartment was up to date, show me the inspections. I want to see the inspections on my brother's apartment. That's all I was asking them for.
And you never got that.
And I never got it.
Well, we're gonna see if we can get that. I guarantee you. We're gonna see if
I
we can
never
get that.
got it. I never got it. I never got nothing from
We're
nobody.
gonna see if we can get that. We know the apartment has been demolished, but there
Yeah.
still should be
Okay.
some record.
Yeah.
There still should be some record
Yeah.
present.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah. That in them computers hold a lot.
yeah.
If you know
So
what I'm saying, if
yeah, so
if
you
they can get to them computers, it'll expose whatever they got going on.
well, I trust me. After this broadcast, uh, the the request that you have made from them in regards
Yep.
to this not police report, this fire marshal report or what have you.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
had indicated that they collected some evidence. Uh,
Yes, they
and
indeed. Yes, sir, they
and the
did.
family
I
have
was
not
stalking them every day. So yeah.
been contacted, told nothing in terms of the
I
results
mean,
or the findings of that evidence or whatever.
nope. I mean, of nothing, nothing. I mean, nothing. They didn't even say sorry for your loss.
Okay.
Nothing.
And I want you to hold that thought for a minute. I want to show these photos. I meant to show them before I brought you on, but there's another lady that reached out to me. She had a daughter that was her apartment caught on fire again, Osceola
Hmm.
Housing Authority, uh, and I asked it, was it okay that I put these photos and text messages up here? And so she did give me her permission. And so I want to go ahead and show these photos. But this is the mother of a daughter who is communicating with, let me put it back up on the screen, that is communicating with the housing authority, not Mr. Rob. I guess there's some ladies that work there inside the office. And so we're going to see if we can uh, kind of pull that up. Okay, you can see that, right?
I can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can blow this up a little bit. I think I can blow it up a little. I may have to reduce it again. Now this is a email. I don't know who that person is. Shawnee, I guess it's somebody that work inside the uh,
Hmm.
housing authority.
Yes.
Okay, let me bump that. Let me see if that's too much. I'm trying to get to where we can get all the words in there. Okay, we're gonna leave it right there. See what that do.
Hmm.
But this is the grandmother who daughter apartment caught a fire. Okay, and she do have a child, uh, one I know, and so I guess this is the mother writing the housing authority. It say, "Good morning, Miss Shawnee. God knows I hate to bother you, but is it possible to move? I can't pronounce that name, Shamriel or whatever.
Samira.
Yeah, Shamriel in another apartment until this one is fixed. It water is coming from the ceiling by the light, and it has a big water bubble. I get.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I understand. And but I'm just afraid that it will catch fire.
Mm-hmm.
The lights keep flickering too,
Mm-hmm.
sweetheart. Just a worry, mom. She says she's just a worry mom.
Yeah, just the
Okay.
worry mom.
Now, let me try to go up here. Uh, oh, that's Rob. Anyway, this is, I guess this is a picture of the, I don't know if that's the corner. They go to ceiling. They're taking pictures of the ceiling and
Mm-hmm.
everything. That's damaged. I don't know if that's the ceiling up top or that's the baseboard or the bottom. But there's a shot right there. Uh, these are shots of the ceiling right here. You see the, look like where the seams is coming apart there, that dark line or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then you get more damage right there. Can you see all that up in the ceiling? This is all the damage that was done to this apartment. And this apartment, her fears did come. Uh, what she feared did happen when she said that she's afraid that the apartment would catch a fire. She was asking to have her daughter move.
Yep.
This property did catch a fire, and this is the ceiling that I'm showing you right now. She did acknowledge uh, uh, the mom's email, text, or whatever, and stated that she would move her, excuse
If,
me, to another apartment.
and,
They said, okay, she'll be the first
okay.
one we get to tomorrow. If I got another unit ready, I'll ask my boss to move her in. I do apologize. This winter really kicked it out butts. They're talking about the weather now. Uh,
Mm,
and so they basically just talking about the weather right there. But actually, her apartment did catch a fire from all these photos right here. We just got a few more I wanna show you, and then I'll let you get back to your story. Uh, but again, let me bump this down. That's too much. But again, those are the photos right there. There was some damage that I thought I had up here. Those are just closer shots right there of the ceiling. Uh, there go another shot. Again, we got that's the wall right there, I believe. I guess they had something burning in the wall. Turn it out. Uh, there goes some other debris. Let me bump that down a little bit.
electrical.
Yeah, there you go. That's the front entry
Yeah.
there, isn't it? Back entry
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah.
808 address. Where is that
The
at in
front
Osceola?
entry.
Uh,
That's
look like
on main, like
okay,
where like what's the address? What's the name of what's the address?
800 block, 808.
Main Street.
I can't see the street. It's one of their complexes though. I just figured I was going to ask, was that property, had it been uh refurbished or torn down? But there you go again. That's another photo.
No. Somebody they done somebody living in there. They done modeled it. They done
Okay.
whatever.
All right. So those are all the photos that I wanted to show. But she did uh, have some problems with her electrical as well. And the very first email that she sent the housing authority, she stated that she had some concerns that the place would catch a fire. And unfortunately, it did catch a fire. And so, but they did put her up in the hotel and, said that they was going to move her into another place. Uh, but anyway, so that was that. And so I'll let you get back to uh, to sharing your story. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And so I'll let you get back to sharing your story. You know,
Mm. Really, it's not a story anymore. I just want answers because, like, these apartments is steady catching fire. Like
uh,
Crystal, that's not the second one. My brother's not the first or the second. It's three, four, five, six. It's so many witnesses out here that always they scared to talk up because of who they know, and stuff like that. But I'm not nobody friend, so I don't care who I blast. But and that's what it's a lot going on. A lot of favoritism and stuff like that. So that's why the problem is not, getting fixed because of who you know. It's always who you know? And so that's
yeah,
the
but
problem.
the thing is though, these folks that's out there, I mean,
They all some kin.
what do they have in it?
Housing,
I mean,
housing,
even if
living,
even if they're
arrangement,
yeah. So even if
that's the
they're
only
all,
thing that they can offer.
yeah. And I tell
You
you,
know, people
it's
scared
just
to get put out their house because they don't want to speak up. They don't want to speak up because they scared. I'm telling you, these people will evict you.
oh, trust me.
I'm talking about. I'm serious. I done had to fight for somebody a couple of times on an eviction. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand it.
Well,
So,
well, trust me. Back about a few months ago, I think it was April. I did come down there to advocate uh, for one of the housing units down there, but unfortunately, the people wouldn't stick together, and so when they wouldn't
yes,
stick
yes,
together,
they gonna stick together for real.
and so it wasn't nothing I can do after that. After that, I mean, you can only help those who have the courage, to take a stand,
Exactly. Yeah.
and fight for themselves. And so
Yeah.
without that, there wasn't much that I could do. And so hopefully, with what happened to Miss Crystal, and now uh, uh, we yet seeing fires. Your brother, he lost his life.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. 'Cause Crystal,
so
my friend.
yeah,
She a good friend of mine too.
yeah.
You
So
know?
my thing is I'm like you. Uh, I would like to see the inspection reports.
That's it. That's it. Shut me up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Shut me up.
yeah.
That's it.
And I'm hearing that they supposedly receive uh, a lot of high marks for the score on the inspection. Uh, I like to see that report because if they're receiving such a high uh, uh,
Mark,
points, if you will, on their
how? How?
inspection, I mean, is somebody pushing the pencil, uh,
Yeah, exactly.
falsifying records? I'm not accusing them, but with all these fires that we done had, and your brother, one of them who lost his life,
Mhm.
uh, if these inspections was done to award them this impressive score that they have been bragging about, at least bragged about in the paper there. Uh, why? And so my question is, why is all these fires continue to occur?
Because they don't have a licensed electrician. They don't have one of those. They don't
Yeah,
have
that
a
explains it.
licensed electrician. They
That
don't. They don't.
that
They don't
explains it.
at all.
You know,
They don't.
yeah, that
Nope.
really explains it.
Yep. You
So,
know. Yep. And that was told, what I'm saying, by a lawyer that they don't have a license.
and so, what's the next step for you? I know you hadn't
The
stopped
next
stop
step
working on this
is
thing.
the next step is for me because his anniversary is coming up November the 4th. November the 4th will be 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So like the rest of this month, I got the rest of this month. I'm just gonna push for what like paperwork. I'm gonna push for paperwork. If I can see paperwork, then I'll be okay. you know. So me pushing, getting the paperwork together, reading the paperwork, what went on, and then go from there.
Well, all right. Is there? I want to make sure that you. Look like we got some feedback coming from somewhere. Somebody got a television on or something. All right.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
no.
It's gone now. Uh,
Okay.
uh, yeah. And so I want to give you the opportunity uh, to speak. If there's anything that you feel you need to uh, share. I know you talked about inspection. You talked about you let the public know about your brother had been complaining about the flickering or whatever. Uh, so I would just like to know at this point, uh, you know, uh, what can uh, the public or the fire marshal do to, uh, to help you or assist you in trying to get the answers that you're looking for.
The fire marshal, I want the report. I just want the report from the fire marshal, and see what started the fire. And I want the report from the housing authority for his inspections to see. I just want to see that they fail him, you know, because we didn't fail him. I think the system did, and
Okay.
I just want to prove it because they failing the disability. You know what I'm saying? Like the people with that's disabled and stuff like that, they don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? And people really not speaking up for the disabled.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
and yeah,
Uh,
and I'm really their voice. And I make sure a lot of them get treated right. Because that's my field. That's what I do. And it's sad how they do the disabilities, especially in the housing. You know what I'm saying? Around that area in the housing authority, because his unit wasn't a disabled unit, which I asked for a disabled unit. But
also, oh, I'm glad you
none of it,
pointed that.
it never
Yeah,
came available.
yeah. I'm glad you pointed that out. Your brother also had a disability
Yes, he was in a wheelchair. Yes,
in
he
a
was wheelchair
wheelchair,
bound. Yes.
and
Yep.
and and the house was not handicap accessible.
Nope. 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 They knew I had to get him in and out. They just knew. They know me. Like everybody up, they know me from childhood. They know me.
Mhm.
So they knew my problems. They knew. They knew. Definitely knew.
Oh boy, what I
Definitely.
tell you.
Because I wanted him to get out and have access with the outside community. So that's why I press so much about him having a wheelchair unit, because he right there, he can wheel himself out, be in the air. I always had to take him out or
Uh,
get past the hump with the wheelchair, or something like that.
okay.
Park up to his door, to get him in and out the house.
Okay. Well, well, Miss Oliver, look like this. You got about 2 minutes coming up on the hour.
Okay.
And I
Hmm.
like to I like to go ahead and just give you this uh this last minute or so to go ahead and just uh speak to the audience and just let them or either speak to the fire department if you will or the housing authority, but speak to them and let them know exactly uh what is it that you need right now. I know you mentioned the fire marshal report, or if there's anyone that you believe that can help you, uh, I allow I allow you to go ahead and speak now.
Yep. Just I just want y'all to do right. You know, Everybody know what's going on. I mean, it's rather you tell the truth now or you're gonna get exposed. You know what I'm saying? Because messing with God people, you're doing the wrong thing. Because He gonna expose y'all for what you are. So just do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Just quit fighting these people. Like this is not y'all property. Yeah, I'm talking to the Osceola Housing Authority now. This is not y'all property. This is only you guys' job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So stop being, I can't say what I want to say, but just
Oh, I
do
feel you.
right. Just I don't want to say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, just do right, before you get exposed. Because once you get exposed, you're not gonna be able to work for a government ever again. So it's best to do right. I'm telling you, y'all don't know law, but it's law and you have to follow him. So just do what's right. That's all I gotta say.
And I think, yeah, I feel you on that. You know, regardless, uh, who may get mad,
Yeah.
you lost your brother.
Yeah, I understand that. I
All of
understand that, but these
and
people be
so
tripping, Tony.
you see, and
You
so
know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
You know what I'm
again,
saying? So
again,
that
I
yeah.
don't want to say any harsh words myself, but
Right. I don't
you know,
either. And that's that, you know
how
what I'm saying? Because I'm
but
trying to,
how
keep the peace, but yeah.
but how can people have the audacity to get upset, and you lost your brother,
I know, but
and
they was
all you want is answers,
that's it.
and
They
then we
did.
get
That's
some
why I
folks want to
gave
get
up the
upset.
first time. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave me so many problems, and I was ready to fight and whoop somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I had to bag up, and get myself together because I was about ready for that life. But
But
that's
all
another
right
story.
then, and so I see Miss Crystal is on. I'm gonna see if she got any last
Okay.
remarks that she'll like to uh, share.
Okay.
And I wanna thank you for coming on, sharing your story as well.
And I want to thank you too for having
All
me.
right. And like I say,
All
let me know some of this documentation that you trying to get, and
Yes.
I help you out.
Okay. Most definitely, Tony. Most
All
definitely.
right, now take care.
All right. Thank you. Have a good
All right,
night.
bye. You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right.
Well, okay, Miss uh uh are you still with me, Miss Crystal?
Yeah, yes, I'm still here.
All right, I want to go ahead and give you uh I wanted to go ahead and give you an opportunity as well, to go ahead and give your last uh few comments, if you will, about what this trying to get some help. What is it that you need? Who is it that you need to speak with? What have you done? And so I allow you to go ahead and make that appeal now.
Yes, I just want justice because it was just wrong how he just and terminate me like that because that wasn't right for him to just do that. But I just want justice. But you know what? But I'm gonna do my best to get some help, get some justice for this because that one wrong. Because it don't make no sense how I just got evicted like that over a dryer, over electricity,
And they
and
didn't
with
prove it.
and they didn't prove it. Then try to tell me how did it where it come. They didn't try to tell me where it come from. But I already know it was the socket. But they saying it's the socket. It was just my socket that started that fire.
Mhm.
And then they're saying like, because when the fire department people came in there, they had to tow the whole sitting down from the kitchen, the living room, and my room. They had to tow the whole sitting down just to make sure the fire was out.
Mhm.
I got video. I meant to send you. I got a video of it how they did it,
All
and
right.
I meant to send it to. But I'm gonna
Well, we're
when I
gonna
get off.
stay in touch. We're gonna stay in touch, and like I told Miss Oliver, if you hit a bump, you hit a bump in the wall or whatever, and you feel like you're not getting the answers that you need, give me a holler.
I sure will.
Give me a holler, and I'll go ahead and support you in trying to uh get some answers in this thing, because you
Ye-
definitely need a hearing.
Yes, I
So
do.
sometime tomorrow, uh, uh, send that email letter not just to them, send it to the public housing authority in Little Rock if you have to, Hood or whatever. Put all parties on notice. Send it to all of them. because you
Mhm.
definitely should have had a hearing.
Yes, sir.
All right. But I'll be in touch with you. I got your number, okay?
Okay.
All right. You have a blessed day now, all right?
You too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is my show for today. Uh, Bringing some people on who giving them an opportunity to speak to you uh, about some of the encounters, sad encounters in terms of them losing their apartment. Uh, this young lady uh, don't have a home now uh, because the housing authority director blamed the drought. Even if it was the drought, the housing authority, this could have been avoided had the housing authority went over to the apartment, you know, did whatever type of troubleshooting that they had to do in terms of trying to get down to the bottom of what the problem was with the electrical uh, that she used to dry her clothes. And so uh, I'm definitely going to be trying to keep in touch with these two ladies, and hopefully, we can get them some answers and go from there. But that's all I have. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for bearing with me, staying with me this late. Uh, I was trying to get my guests to come on their end. I was trying to uh, get them connected. One was connected, no problem. We was waiting on another guest. But anyway, I thank you for your patience, and I'm going to go in here and get me a little rest, and hopefully you all will see me next Sunday. I'm hoping. Uh, Please do mark your calendar. We still got a few other topics that we want to talk about. As I say, this year is winding down, y'all. Uh, we in October right now. November and December are the last 2 months. Uh, Not all of December. Second week of December is when I'm shutting down. Christmas. And I will not come back up until March of 24. So if you got any stories that you would like to tell and you want to be a guest on the Tony Hollis Live talk show, testify, then I will ask you to please get it in while you can. All right. So that's my show, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you all to, uh, again, mark that calendar, come back next week, and please do join me, okay? And so I'm going to go in here and get me a little uh, coffee. I want me some more coffee. So you all take care, and I'll see you next week. Peace and love. God bless, and good night.